Oh, hi. I didn't see you standing there. Welcome. Come on in to Robert's Classic Car. I feel like Mr. Rogers this morning for some reason, but it's just kind of funny. Those of you who are old enough to remember who Mr. Rogers was, kind of dating myself. Anyway, so on today's episode of Robert's Classic Car, we're going to be working on installing some sound deadening and getting the carpet fitted for Project Mecum. As you can see, I have the center console mounted in, and I've built the bracketry for it. In our last episode, you saw me build the bracketry for the seats, and I've gotten those fitted in and mounted and test fit and everything else like that. So had to get the center console test fit in here, and boy, I tell you what, it's in here good. And I tell you, riv nuts. If you guys have never seen them or heard of them, I highly recommend you learn about them and you get you a riv nut set off of Amazon or something like that. I don't get paid anything for it, but boy, I tell you what, they are lifesavers. I was able to fabricate some brackets that mount this thing to the floor. I was able to riv nut it to the floor. Now, I wouldn't use riv nuts. I mean, you saw me build backing brackets for the seats. That's to spread the load out across the metal on the floor. I wouldn't trust riv nuts to mount your seat to on just metal. It's just not safe that way. But for a center console, yeah, I don't think it's going anywhere. So let's take this thing out of here. Let's get it cleaned up, and let's get started installing some sound deadening material. All right, lug nuts. What we've got here today is we've got some Siles sound deadener and thermal shield. This kind of quiets down your car, your truck. It's also known as Dynamat back in the days when I did car audio. And basically, oh, if you notice, I got a new razor knife. Found a whole pack of them on sale, different sizes at Tractor Supply on clearance. So I can't complain about not having a sharp blade anymore. So, and what this is this is a double stick material. I say double stick. It does unfold. I'll pull a piece of it out of here. So, it's got this sticky on the back. You just peel this paper off, and it sticks to the floor, and it's got this rubbery substance, and then it's got this metal for a thermal shield. So what we're going to do today is we're going to lay this stuff out, and we're going to place it all over the floor in here to kind of help with the sound deadening in this truck. We will get it stuck down. We will get it put into place. We'll get it cut, and we're going to go from there. And it's pretty easy. Just peel the backing and roll it down to the floor. So we're going to start laying this stuff out just to kind of get an idea of where we want it to go. So we know that we can do a piece right here. Run it right up the edge of that. Grab us another piece. Run it up here underneath everything else. Gonna make sure to go around the seats. Look at that. It's almost like it was made for it. Huh. Imagine that. And that's what it's going to look like when it's all in and mounted and in and stuck. We'll do some down the center. But as a general rule, this is going to help us out a lot. It doesn't look like we have to cut a whole lot either. We will have to mark our rear holes for the seats. Poke holes in this for that. So, well, good news is I don't really need that. So let's start off the seats. Stuff is super sticky. So you don't want to start pressing it down until you've got it right where you want it. Because once it's stuck, it's good and stuck. Try to get it, you can work it into the crevices because the metal foil on the back folds and kind of helps mold the whole thing. Look at there. It is just that easy. And guys, this is a project you can do yourself. If you have a car that's a little loud, a little noisy, stuff like that, you can pull your carpet up, pull your seats out, pull your carpet up, and do this yourself to your own car. Doesn't have to be on a resto or anything like that, but I do recommend it for pretty much everything. The good part about this one too, and doing it on this truck, is we have, because we've had to drill other holes for seat mounts, and we've done some repairs and stuff like that to the floor. We've got extra holes in the floor that we don't really like, and we're not going to fill them all up. So what we do is we use this, and this fills all those holes and gives you that seal from outside. Like I said, this is super easy to do. Now, you can get they make rollers and all kinds of stuff to put over this that you can roll it down and do all these other things. I don't think it's really necessary. I mean, if you've got some weird corners, if you're working in a colder climate and it's harder to bend around and stuff like that, then maybe you need it. But notice I'm not putting any pressure on this till I get it lined up where I want it. Now, you can overlap this stuff too. It's not going to hurt anything to overlap. I just don't need to. All right. And just like that, this side is done. Well, lug nuts, apparently 18 square feet is not what I thought it was. So I ordered a box of this, which was 18 square feet off of Amazon. It's $38, so it wasn't very expensive. It's a very big upgrade for very little money. Well, apparently I'm going to come up short because it's only 7 pieces. I need 8 at least to do the seat locations. And then if I'm going to go down the middle, I need a couple more. So just jumped on the old Amazon there and ordered another box. It'll be here tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and finish getting this stuck down. Then we're going to start taking out some of these other panels in here and interior trim panels, stuff like that we're going to do. And we're going to repaint them all so that they're nice and clean. We may get the carpet out today and see if we can fit the carpet in here and see where we're at. So let's go ahead and get what we got stuck, and we'll go from there. So I would have thought this whole thing would have been less than 18 square feet, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, stick this. You know, it wouldn't be a project. Wouldn't be my project unless I ordered something wrong or not enough of something, or, you know, had to order the part 3 times to get the right one because I misread the label, or, you know, whatever. Shit happens. And this is, just so you guys know, this isn't precise. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to be super precise with this stuff. The idea is that you just get most of it covered. You get most of the metal covered. It quiets everything down. You know, you can trim it if you need to. You can do whatever you need to do. So this is not rocket surgery. Not rocket surgery. All right. That is all stuck down. And heat will help it. The longer it's in here and the warmer it gets, the more this will stick. But for now, that's what we've got. So on to the next. All right, lug nuts. We have the Dynamat in. We are still missing a piece. It's got our bracketry done for our seats and our center console. But what we did was we went ahead and we stripped out all of this trim, the headliner, all the front trim, the visors, all of that stuff came down, and it's gonna get painted. So figured I'd bring you guys in for an up close look. These door panels are ugly as hell, and yes, I do have brand new replacement door panels. All right, lug nuts. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you learned something. If you did, learn from the mistakes, not the good stuff, because mistakes are where you learn the most. But in the meantime, you know, I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. It's cool that, you know, I think this morning I looked and I had 66 subscribers. And it's really, really cool to know that there are a bunch of people out there watching this and following along on this journey. And, you know, the payoff is in about a month. We'll see how we do with Mecum, and we'll see what happens. But with that being said, I'm going to sign off for today. Like I said, like and subscribe. And always remember, keep the shiny side, or I'm sorry, don't keep the shiny side down. No, don't keep the shiny side down. Keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up.